In school sports, it's easy to see the wins, the moments that make headlines. But there's so much work that goes unseen for any of it to happen. My name is Phil Risen, and I'm the Executive Director of the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Throughout the country, athletic administrators dedicate countless hours to making life-changing opportunities possible for student athletes through sports. Their sacrifice is fueled by the belief that every student can grow and deserves their time to shine. On behalf of the NIAAA, we want to thank every athletic administrator for your tireless dedication to providing 7.8 million students across the country a path to a better future.
This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Where do my friends and other students find their voice? We find our voice through the performing arts, along with millions of other high school students. By expressing yourself in a role on stage, through an instrument, or at the debate podium, the performing arts give us freedom to find ourselves, to find our place. The stage is where I can play, perform, and compete with my friends.
This message is brought to you by the NFHS and the South Dakota High School Activities Association, proudly overseeing music, speech, debate, theater, visual arts, journalism, and student council in South Dakota.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in South Dakota at highschoolofficials.com.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the STHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You gotta hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best, and that is enough.
This message presented by the STHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the STHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the SDHSAA, are the 29,000 high school sports and performing arts students in South Dakota. And so, we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in South Dakota because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Check.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Coach Ginn's Court inside Ginn's Gym here in Hill City, South Dakota for South Dakota Class A Region 8 Girls Varsity Basketball Quarterfinal Playoff matchup between the number 7 Lead-Deadwood Golddiggers and the number 2 Hill City Rangers. I'm Landon Wiley. I'll be producing tonight's broadcast. And at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Hill City Public Address announcer, Mr. Greg Schrader.
It's time for the voices of Hill City Ranger basketball. A 5'11" analyst from Winter, Blake Gardner. And a 5'8" play-by-play man from Hill City, Josh Dias.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here live from Coach Ginn's Court. This is Blake Gardner alongside my partner, Josh Dias. The best time of the year, playoff basketball, Josh.
Yeah, playoff basketball. I don't know if we're going to have the cameras on us, but I feel underdressed here. You in a suit jacket and a tie, and me just in an old grubby sweatshirt.
Yeah, I just got done with the school board meeting, so hey, here are the graphics for Class A girls basketball. You can see some really good teams at the top of the list. Flandreau's undefeated. They're ranked 1 in the rankings, but they're, I think, number 5 or 6 when it comes to seed points. I'm sure Landon will have that later. Red Cloud, number 2. That's a team we're familiar with. Both of these squads have played them, and then you can see rounding out is Sioux Falls Christian, Sisseton, and T area. Receiving votes, is that Belle Fourche?
Yeah, it looks like Belle Fourche, after a couple, they've been coming on strong here at the end of the year, had some nice wins. Obviously, a team that we saw earlier in the year here, the Rangers were able to beat the Belle Fourche Broncs here at Ginn's Court in Hill City. So the battle for the number 1 seed in Region A, it really came down to it. Hill City kind of leading the whole way, and after that Belle Fourche win had kind of taken the lead there, stumbled right at the very end. They had that game against Rapid City Christian, and Rapid City Christian was able to beat the Rangers, and then Belle Fourche went on to beat Wall, who was a highly seeded team in Class B. So they actually jumped into the 1 seed, and so the Rangers start out region play here against the number 7 seed Lead Golddiggers. There's the full bracket there, and then Belle Fourche gets the bye. So if the winner of this game then will face the winner of the St. Thomas More Hot Springs game, which is also going on tonight. And then on the other side, the Belle Fourche Broncs will face the winner of that 4-5 matchup. Rapid City Christian and Custer, both of those teams that have beaten Hill City, both Rapid City Christian and Custer. Obviously, Hill City avenged that loss by going down to Custer and beating them there towards the end of the season. Common opponents right there, as you see. A lot of common opponents, obviously, in the region here. For the Rangers and the Lead Golddiggers. Obviously, the Lead Golddiggers, a young squad coming in here, haven't got that first victory of the year yet, but you never count out a team during the playoffs.
Yeah, if you were just going on betting numbers alone, you would pick the Rangers, maybe even a lopsided. But you're dealing with high school kids. It's playoff basketball. We've seen crazier things happen. So if you're Lead-Deadwood and Coach Maldy, you're preaching that anybody can win on any given night. You see here the Lead-Deadwood profile. Landon will click over here to the next. And if you're Hill City and Coach Eckert, you're saying we got to go out and take care of business. This is a business trip here tonight from Hill City, and you're the favorite. You've played all year to be the favorite, so now go out and prove it.
Yeah, gain that home court advantage, take advantage of it, and take care of business and hopefully move on to the next round here. Getting ready to go. We're going to have the public address announcer start the anthem here in just a couple seconds. Get ready to go.
Good evening and welcome to Ginn's Gym for tonight's Class A Region 8 quarterfinal matchup between the Lead-Deadwood Golddiggers and your Hill City Rangers. please rise and face the flag for the playing of the national anthem by the Hill City High School Band. And now for tonight's starting lineup, starting with the visiting Golddiggers. A 5'4" junior, number 1, Hallie Pearson. A 5'4" freshman, number 14, Isabella Wiegeland. A 5'8" senior, number 15, Erica Hansen. And today's birthday girl, a 5'8" junior, number 22, Delaney Matson. A 5'4" junior, number 24, Jersey Arts. The Golddiggers are coached by Will Maldy, assisted by Peyton McCreary Storms and Stephanie Wiegand. Hey. And now for our Hill City Ranger cheerleaders. Abigail Garcia, Mia Rapp, Jazzy DuBois, Anna Winter, Daisy Williams, Layla Williams, and Miss Elizabeth Knapp. The cheerleaders are coached by Rudy McDaniels. And now, the starting lineup for your Hill City Rangers! A 5'4" sophomore from Palmer Gulch, number 3, Elena Dean. A 5'5" senior from East Three Forks, number 4, Abby Cutler. A 5'5" senior from Palmer Gulch, number 5, Anna Dean. A 5'9" senior from the east side, number 11, Lily Ross. And a 6'2" senior from South Rockerville, number 15, Maggie Taylor. The Rangers are coached by Anna Eckert, assisted by Travis Santesteven and Cassie Willard. Let's play Ranger Ball!
All right, as we get ready to tip off here live from Hill City, South Dakota, the Rangers come in as the 2 seed in the region, facing off against Lead-Deadwood, the Diggers, the 7 seed. Maggie Taylor set to jump, and she'll tip it to Elena Dean. What are we expecting here, Coach?
Well, it looks like the Diggers are coming out in a 2-3 zone. I'm assuming they're going to try to slow the game down. Like we say, if you're the underdog, you always want to try to keep it close if you can. Maggie Taylor starts off with a three-pointer from the wing and gets that to go. A good start for the Rangers, and if you're the Diggers, you don't want to see her knocking down that outside shot because then it becomes very difficult to defend.
Yeah, and talking to the coaches before the game, I know that Coach Eckert wanted to create some pressure in the full court, maybe try to make the game a little more helter-skelter, have Hill City use that athleticism to get out and run. So the Rangers inbound to Person, who's going to be guarded by Elena Dean.
Yeah, the Rangers come out in their man-to-man defense here. Like you said, they came out in that three-quarter court pressure, which we're going to expect to see, especially after made baskets, and then fall back into a man-to-man defense here. Arts passes it over to Hansen. Hansen guarded by Lily Ross. Taylor with the rebound, out to Dean, can't get the shot to go, and Arts takes down the rebound for the Diggers.
Yeah, and if you're a frequent listener to Josh and I, you know what a valuable asset it is to have somebody like Maggie Taylor at 6'2". She gets the rebound, 2 or 3 hard dribbles, and she really initiates the fast break.
Yeah, she can see over a lot of the defenders there, and she does a nice job, like you said, of leading the break from on the first pass, can get that ball out and get the break going. And that's what the Hill City Rangers want to try to do if they can.
Yep, so Pearson will inbound the ball from the sideline. Looks like a flat set here.
Foul called there on Cutler. With the reach there, kind of slapped like number 14 with the ball. That's Wingate across the arm. So
say that again.
Wiegand.
Okay.
Wiegand. So Pearson to inbound.
Wiegand shot on the way is no good. Rebounded by Taylor, and you can see eyes up immediately. That's textbook, and she'll bring the ball across half court and let Elena Dean get into the half court offense. Lily Ross, nice cut. Can't get that shot to go. So if you're the Rangers, you've had 2 shots right at the bucket. And, you know, when we were coaching, we would say there is no such thing as a bad shot at the bucket. Even if you miss it, you're getting there in the paint. That's a good thing. So
yeah, and the Diggers did a nice job both times of rebounding the basketball, limiting the Rangers to 1 shot. They're got another second chance there. Going to turn the ball over, but they put the shot up and got the offensive rebound. So that's something if you're an underdog too, right? Limit the team that's a favorite to shots and get more than they do on the other side. So the offensive rebounds, we'll see if the Diggers can keep that up here as the game goes on.
Yeah, we've talked a lot over the years about what the term anatomy of an upset, and that's one of them. Is you got to control the boards if you want to upset somebody. And Dean gets to the rim.
Yeah, this time the Rangers do come down with the offensive rebound, Lily Ross. We talked about this a lot too. It's difficult sometimes to rebound out of a zone because you don't have a person that you're checking. You're just guarding a space. And Elena Dean knocks down a 3, the second three-pointer of the Rangers on the evening, and they go up 6-0 here.
Yeah, and you like to see that she has remained confident, right? She's missed a couple around the rim, and just the confidence to step back. Nice find for Maggie Taylor. And the Rangers hitting their stride now as it's 8-0, and the Diggers bring the ball up the court.
And they're going to travel on the play there, so that'll turn the ball over to the Rangers. And that pressure is just kind of it's not up where you're guarding, trying to create steals. You're kind of just forcing that or applying that pressure, trying to force the other team to make a mistake. So.
All right, so the Rangers up 8-0. They'll attack this 2-3 zone. You see Lily Ross at the high post, Maggie at the low post, and kind of the 2 seniors that have led the team in scoring. Shot on the way by Cutler, also a senior on the squad. That one's a little deep, so the Diggers look to push the ball back the other way.
Bring the ball into the front court, kind of get organized here. Weigard with a three-pointer, no good, going to be rebounded by Lily Ross. Ross gets it over to Dean. Cuts right to the middle, can't get that shot to go. Chases down her own rebound there, so Rangers have got a couple offensive rebounds now here 2 times in a row. Get the ball into Maggie Taylor. Gets it out to Anna Dean. Rangers probably look to organize here a little bit.
Good decision.
Skelter there. Maggie Taylor from the other wing can't get that three-pointer to go, and Arts comes down with the rebound for the Diggers. Gets it over to Hanson, who brings the ball into the front court, guarded by Lily Ross.
Yeah, the Rangers just shooting 30% here to start the game, so they're, give a little credit to Lead-Deadwood, right? For help me out here. Finish my thought.
Kind of getting a lot of pressure on those shots and making them tough on the Rangers.
Yeah, there's another nice cut there by Maggie Taylor as the ball gets moved around. Hard middle drive by Elena Dean, who's continued to be aggressive. 5 points now for Dean, so 10 total points for the Rangers.
Here's that three-quarter court pressure that we talked about. Now they apply that trap there. Diggers do a nice job of breaking it that time. Rogers has the basketball for the Diggers. That's checked in for the first time here. Hanson, that ball's going to be tipped out of bounds by Elena Dean. Stay with the Diggers. Got a couple subs here for both the Diggers and the Rangers. Looks like Pearson checks back in the ball game for the Diggers. Into the game for the Rangers is
Riley Weiss and Zoe Alexander.
Yep.
So sideline out of bounds for the Diggers. Pearson controls it at the top. Good perimeter defense. The Dean girls do such a good job there, and really that's kind of been the strength of Hill City all year, is play really aggressive on the perimeter. If you get beat with the dribble, you have somebody like Maggie Taylor there to alter shots in the middle. So shot on the way
Rogers
is.
Can't quite get it to go. Rogers fights for her own rebound. That shot's going to be no good. Another offensive rebound for Rogers, and she's going to be fouled on the play. So nice job by Rogers there to get a couple shots up, get her own rebound, and going to earn her way to the free throw line to shoot a pair here.
Yeah, really good job by Rogers. I kept kind of watching to see if any Hill City Rangers would sprint back. Hill City's really intentional about trying to get out and run in the fast break, and the disadvantage of doing that is sometimes you leave the hoop unguarded.
Yeah, you have some rebounders that aren't there that would be there otherwise.
So Diggers get on the board. Rogers knocks down the first one. Second shot is on the way, and it will be good as well. So 2 for 2 for Rogers.
Yeah, Rangers try to run their sideline break. Good defense there by the Diggers. Looks like Weigard was in the passing lane there, had scouted that play. The Rangers like to run that sideline out of bounds off of made free throws, and Diggers did a nice job of defending. So the Rangers go with their kind of 1-3-1 look here. Try to get the ball to the middle. Riley Weiss.
Yeah, and what are they trying to do here, Coach?
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball to the middle, obviously, and then you draw the defenders, and then you can look to either run that high-low action or kick to the wing to the open shooters, which either have a shot there or sometimes a lot of times that dribble drive lane will open up against that zone defense.
Yeah, zones really break down from the inside out, so if you can get it inside, it's a good thing, or just knock down threes. You can shoot teams out of a zone also, and that's the third three-pointer for the Rangers here as Lily Ross knocks down a three, and that's 13-2 Rangers.
Timeout called by the Diggers.
And I would say that, things have started the way I kind of thought that they would. If you're Hill City, you're happy with a 13-2 lead. You've missed some shots around the rim. If you're Lead-Deadwood, you're playing hard. You're crashing the boards. It's just getting it going on offense, taking care of the ball. They've had 2 careless travels that I think they'd like to have back.
Yeah, I think the Diggers are doing a nice job on the defensive end. They were, especially in the first part of that quarter, to limit the Rangers to one shot. Rangers have had the opportunity to get some offensive rebounds here the last couple times down the court. See if the Rangers can kind of up that energy. It doesn't feel like they've got that energy quite yet in the building, and the Diggers want to keep it like this, right? They don't want to have an excited crowd and things like that to try to stay in the ball game.
Yeah, something to note, if you saw Coach Anna Eckert pulled Lily and Maggie out for about 2 possessions. They didn't even sit down on the bench. She just talked to them, checked them back in. Lily knocks down a 3. Might have been one of those motivated pep talks, like, let's go.
Right.
This could be your last game, get after it. So
exactly.
We'll see if there's a different
motions,
right? If there's a different level of energy as the Rangers break the huddle. So the Diggers will take the court here. It looks like we have Pearson, Rogers. Weigard brings the ball up the court. Hanson's also in the game, as is Madsen. So really good full court pressure defense here. Good job by Lily. And that ball will be turned over. So pretty good job of moving her feet. I thought she reached at the end, and I was going to say, don't do that, but it was she was able to create a turnover, so good job by the Rangers. And now it looks like back into the 2-3.
Yeah, so Dean brings the ball. They get the ball to the middle there, like we said, and hits the wing. Nice post entry pass there, kind of just in the lane. Taylor can't get that shot to go, and the Diggers come down with the rebound. Rogers brings the ball into the front court. She's guarded by Elena Dean. Over to Pearson. Pearson back to Rogers.
Yeah, Rogers very aggressive on the offensive end. I like her game, and good board there. So Maggie Taylor pulls down her 4th rebound of the game and starts the fast break right on cue.
Yeah, it looked like two Rangers kind of fighting for the basketball there. It was.
Yeah, scramble for it. Zoe Alexander and Riley Weiss both pursuing the ball, but neither of them could possess it. And checking into the game for the Diggers is number 4, Bertrand. So another missed layup. So the last 2 possessions, 2 more missed layups for the Rangers. And
yeah, something they'll obviously want to clean up. And it's something I remember as a coach, we'd always yell, make your layups.
Yeah.
Of course, the kids aren't trying to miss their layups. As I grew older, I thought maybe that's not the best thing to say, because they're not trying
great
to
coaching
miss.
point.
Right.
Make your layups.
Right. As Zoe Alexander did make her layup there after the steal. She goes coast to coast, so she gets on the board here for the first time this evening. The Rangers up their lead to 15-2 here.
To our viewers at home, do you think they're just shouting at the screen, these announcers should be better? Yeah, we're not trying to be this bad. We just are.
Yeah, exactly. This is who we are. And don't expect anything better for sure.
So the ball will be turned over to the Rangers. 1:11 left, and Elena Dean looks to bring the ball across the timeline. 2-3 zone still for the Diggers. Again, Rangers have had a lot of success getting the ball inside. Here's that skip pass that they like to run against the zone for Lily Ross, who's had the hot hand, rims out.
Yeah, Zoe Alexander with a nice rebound, keeps the ball alive for the Rangers. Gets it back out to Ross. Ross back to Dean. Stole there on the play by Pearson, so the Diggers control the basketball. Weigard over to Pearson. She's guarded by Zoe Alexander. That ball stolen by Elena Dean. She'll get right to the rim, can't get it to go. Rogers comes down with the rebound for the Diggers. She looks to push.
Yeah, good hustle. We always call that sprinting the backside. Riley, we sprinted down the court. Maggie was in a 2-on-1, and good hustle play there. Saves a shot on the goal. So inside out action. Lily Ross online again, just won't go. So the Rangers do get this hustle rebound. 2 on the quarter, 1 in the quarter, shot on the way, no good. So 15-2 is how that quarter will end.
Yeah, Rangers lead by 13 here. I think if you're a Ranger fan, you feel like maybe there was some meat left on that bone there. Missed some layups, obviously, and Diggers hanging around. A 13-point lead for the Rangers right now. I mean, I think the Diggers are going to try to be content if they can hang around that 10-point lead, getting into that 4th quarter and put some pressure on the Rangers.
Yeah, what's Coach Maldi telling the girls right now?
I mean, kind of that. So, yeah, we're down. I think he's probably saying 15 points against the Rangers giving up. That's probably where we want to be. Let's get it going offensively, keep working on the defensive end, limit them to 1 shot, and we just want to hang around, right? We just want to hang around.
Yep, make it ugly, and they have done that, because I'm thinking if I'm Coach Eckert, I'm saying, look, girls, like as Josh just said, you've left a lot of meat on the bone. There's 10 to 15 points that were not converted right in the paint. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's 10 points in layups probably most likely there. So.
And we've got a live break check-in. Rapid City Christian up 15-7 over Custer. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the graphics that you only get from Landon Wiley from Wiley & Associates, and this is the game the Ranger fans are watching. St. Thomas More up 17-3 on Hot Springs, so a very similar score, setting up for a showdown with the Rangers and the Cavaliers if the next 3 quarters hold court.
All right, so the Rangers start the 2nd quarter with the basketball. Diggers in that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, and this is a very common offensive set here against the 2-3 zone. You see somebody in the short corner. Maggie Taylor skips to the deep corner. Elena Dean shot on the way is no good. And Maggie's just a lot to handle down there. Good cut by Elena Dean, and she
that
gets
layup
it
to
up.
go. Gets the tough one to go after missing the easy one earlier, so that's good to see, like you said, for her confidence, to see that ball go through the hoop on those layups.
So the Diggers break the press, get it across the timeline here, and Rogers centers the ball. She's going to go hard to her left, hand off to Pearson. Ball was tipped, shot on the way is good, and so that will be up and in for Matson, the junior from Lead-Deadwood.
All right, Elena Dean over to Anna Dean. Back to Abby Cutler as the Rangers work the ball around the perimeter, looking for that gap in the zone.
Good inside out, yeah.
Abby Cutler, three-pointer on the way, going to be no good. Rebounded on the play there by Bertrand. Pearson will bring the ball up the court, over to Rogers. Rogers guarded by Dean. She's going to get to the basket and be fouled on the play. So, yeah, good dribble drive there by Rogers to draw the foul, get to the free throw line for the second time this evening.
And I will say, as you look back at the Hill City, season, one area of weakness is when they give up a dribble drive like that. So Rogers might be the kryptonite here. She's 3 for 3 at the line.
Kylie Alexander check into the ball game for the first time for the Rangers. Also into the first time into the ball game for the Diggers is Ulfstad, sophomore.
And if you're Coach Maldi again, they've got a little bit of momentum here, cut the lead to 12. Josh said just kind of keep it in that range. So, things are going according to plan, making it ugly at this end of the floor. The Rangers, if you're a Ranger fan, you will hope that they can knock down a couple of these here right at the rim and
that was
things
good ball
going.
reversible, and they found Maggie posting up strong there, and she was able to get an easy one. Rangers lead 19-5 here. Olstead guarded by Lily Ross, going to be a double dribble on the play. That'll turn the ball over to the Rangers here. Ross inbounds to Elena Dean. Diggers kind of extend that zone just for a second and then really pack it back in. Lily Ross can get the ball into Elena Dean, over to Anna Dean.
Yeah, the Rangers being very intentional about just pushing the ball inside. And I keep thinking, well, why isn't there any dribble drive? And it's almost like, okay, the game plan is to move the ball side to side and get a post touch. Seems to be working. Another bucket for Maggie Taylor.
Yeah, but even having said that, the Diggers, I think, accomplished in a way what they wanted. I mean, they took 20 seconds off the clock there. They're trying to keep this a low-scoring affair. Pass from Elena Dean back to Rogers. Rogers doing a nice job on the dribble drive again.
Yeah, you can't fault Elena Dean, but, we would always say just throw it out towards half court. Don't ever save the ball underneath your hoop. Throw it towards the corner, half court, because Rogers, boy, she's quick, she's aggressive. She got to that ball in a hurry and was able to draw a foul.
Yeah, and there's going to be a foul called there on Anna Dean.
That's going to be 2 on Anna.
Fouls Olfstead on the drive.
So third foul for the Rangers. Looks like Sarah DuBois is getting ready to check in for the Rangers. A senior, she'll check in for Anna Dean.
Anna with her second foul, so
yeah,
Coach Eckert doesn't want her to pick up her third foul here in the second quarter. Rogers' shot on the way, going to be no good. Rebounded by the Diggers.
Yeah, good job by Kylie Alexander to rip that thing down. And again, Rogers, hard drive, gets to her left and gets a good shot up.
Get to the basket here tonight so far. Pass stolen away by Rogers there, trying the high-low there. That pass just didn't have enough air on it.
Yeah, good defense there by the Golddiggers. I think if you're Coach Eckert, you're saying just put some air under it. She's 6'2" and she's going to Drake University next year.
Yeah, she can go up and get it.
Yep.
So Diggers turn that basketball over. Abby Cutler will check back into the ball game here, giving Lily Ross a break for the Rangers.
So they move Maggie to the high post this time. And pretty good look for Maggie Taylor. She misses. Good rebound there by number 4, Bertrand. Weigard getting guarded there by Dean. Good pressure defense by the Ranger. Hanson going to be pushed to her right by Cutler. Shot on the way is no good. It's going to be a scrum for the ball, and it'll be a jump ball, and that'll stay here with the Lead-Deadwood Golddiggers. Just under 4 minutes here left until we get to halftime. 3:52 left, and other action. Custer trailing Rapid City Christian 19-9, and Region 8A basketball. Big rebound by Maggie Taylor. In the other game we're watching, it's 19-7 as STM is over Hot Springs.
Rangers get the ball into Maggie Taylor. That pass just a little bit out of the reach of Alexander. That's the same thing, though, a little bit more air under that pass. Nia Ginsbaugh is going to check into the ball game here for the first time. She'll give Kylie Alexander a break. Rogers being guarded by Abby Cutler. Gets the ball out to Hanson. Hanson guarded by Nia Ginsbaugh. Be a double dribble on the play. They'll turn the ball over to the Rangers here.
Yeah, so the Golddiggers have done a good job. The Rangers were at 15 points through the first quarter, only scored 6 here in the second. And again, if you're Lead-Deadwood, that's exactly what you're looking to do. Kind of hang around. You'd hope you'd get it going on offense a little bit. Makes a comeback hard when you're struggling to score. But they're doing it on the defensive end. The Rangers very methodical at moving the ball around. There's that high pass.
Yeah, exactly what we talked about. That one did have the air under it, and Maggie Taylor was able to go up and get it and knock down the shorty there.
Yeah, 11 points for the senior Maggie Taylor. Again, if this is the first time watching her, she's pretty darn good. She's going to Drake University next year after a wonderful Hill City high school career. We've often talked about, Abby Cutler, who's going to bring the ball across half court. She was a great runner going to Augustana University to run, so some really good athletes on the floor. Elena Dean, we talk about her straight line quickness, right, Josh? I mean, there's nobody quicker when she's on a dead sprint with the basketball.
Yeah, Black checks into the game for the first time here for the Golddiggers, so they're getting a lot of their players into the ball game here. That's Weigand.
Great way to stick with it, because I'm not talking about you either sticking with it. I'm talking about Weigand. Anyways, the ball was tipped. She stuck with it, stayed with it. You saw Elena Dean actually start sprinting the other way to try to go get a fast break. That's the second or third time tonight that the Rangers trying to initiate the fast break, but you have to rebound and defend first, right? You can't fast break if you don't have the ball.
Weigand right down the court again. Can't get that one to go. That was Arts on the shot, and the Rangers bring the ball the other way against the Golddigger 2-3 zone.
Yeah, so Lily Ross had checked in for Maggie Taylor. We were talking about athletes on the floor. Lily Ross is going to Dakota State University in Madison to play basketball next year. Sarah Dubois, good hard drive to the pro post or the elbow. Nia Ginsbaugh, the high post, shot at 8. Riley Weiss, also a senior on the floor.
Three-pointer put up by Cutler at the shot clock expires. Can't get that one to go.
So Rogers brings the ball up the court, guarded by Abby Cutler, a really good on-ball defender, and certainly leading the Rangers in charges drawn this year. Right side dribble. Shot on the way is up and no good, but another shot at the rim for the Diggers. So just kind of how we talked about the Rangers missing some shots at the rim, so have the Golddiggers. as Riley Weiss and Sarah DuBois avoid collision there.
Three-pointer on the way by Ross. Can't get it to go, but Riley Weiss comes down with the rebound for the Rangers. She'll kick it back out to Ross. DuBois over to Abby Cutler. Cutler puts up the three. Can't get that one to go, and the Diggers' Matson comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, Coach Malsey calling timeout here, and you know, I'm just sitting there looking, 23-7, they come down, they hit a three, it's a 13-point game, and you feel like you're right in it, even though it felt like the Rangers have kind of controlled this game from start.
Yeah, I agree, and we'll see what happens with the Diggers here, but I can definitely see them trying to play for one, right? We've talked about that before. You want to get the last shot and try to get that momentum going into the locker room, something that the Rangers have struggled a little bit with this year. They've had the ball at times, shot that ball early in the shot clock, and then the other team goes away and gets the last shot and gets that momentum. So we'll see how the Diggers handle it. Obviously, the Rangers are going to try to steal the basketball and see if they can get the last shot of the quarter and have that momentum going in at halftime here.
All right, so shot clock is off, 28.5 seconds left, 23-7 lead for the Rangers, and I'm assuming they'll play some full court man-to-man defense, and it looks like they are indeed going to do that. If you're the Diggers, maybe you can get something over the top. I expect Rogers going hard to the hoop, and here is Rogers. The Rangers want to keep her on her left side. She crosses back over and then back to her left, guarded by Cutler. All the way to the baseline, she finds Black. No good. Shot early on. Lily Ross throws it ahead to Riley Weiss, and nice hustle by Arts.
Yeah, good block on the play. The Rangers will retain possession of the basketball here with 9 seconds left to play in the first half.
So now Rangers have a chance to kind of flip the momentum in their favor here as kind of drag dribbles out of the corner. 5 on the shot clock, 4. Not a lot of scoring options on the court for the Rangers, and it looks like that's just how the half will end.
Yeah, so after one half of basketball here, the Rangers lead the Golddiggers 23-7. 16-point lead for the Rangers going into the second half. We'll take a couple-minute break here. We'll update you on some scores from around Region 8 and give you some stats and mid-level analysis here before the second half.
All right, we are back here live from Hill City, South Dakota. 3:30 left until we tip off the second half. Was the Christmas music still going? No, we got rid of that. We're on to Mozart now. Beethoven. Yep. Cardi B.
It's whatever the band's playing.
Oh, all right. I like it. I like it. Here we go. So 23-7 lead. You feel like Hill City's in command, but Josh, doesn't it feel like that lead could be even more, maybe running clock territory?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the Diggers have to be, obviously they're not happy that they're down 16, but, they're in the ball game still. So that's what they want to do. They want to hang around as long as they can, stay in the ball game. And they've done that in the first half. And, the Rangers aren't even back out on the court yet, 2:45 to be forward of the game, and I think that's one thing that Coach Anna Eckert's probably talking about right now. We don't want this team to be hanging around. We want to impose our will on this team. Let's get by this game and get on to the next one. But you have to come out sharp, right?
Yeah, and if anything, if you're Lead-Deadwood, you're saying we almost won that quarter. It was 8-5. They were right there with the Rangers, scoring for Lead-Deadwood. Rogers is leading the way with 3 points, and Wygand and Matson each with 2. If you look over at the Hill City side, Maggie Taylor has 11, Elena Dean has 7, and then 3 for Ross, 2 for Zoe Alexander. So definitely left some points out there if you're a Ranger fan, but we'll see what the second half holds. Looks like Landon's going to pull up some graphics for us. First here is Rapid City Christian up 10 at halftime over the Custer Wildcats. Again, Hill City just recently has played both of those teams. And then this is the game that the Rangers are most interested in, is St. Thomas More taking care of business 32-13 over Hot Springs right now.
Yeah, obviously Hill City played St. Thomas More earlier in the year down there and was able to beat the Comets, the St. Thomas More Cavaliers. This is the game here from last Saturday night where the Rapid City Christian Comets were able to beat the Rangers down at Rapid City Christian. Rapid City Christian playing some pretty good basketball right now, obviously up 10 points on the Custer Wildcats. So the winner of that game would play the Belle-Fourche Broncs in the next round, who had a bye here. Again, there's the bracket, as we were saying. The St. Thomas More Hot Springs winner will play the Hill City Lead-Deadwood winner. Right now, obviously Hill City up by 16 points. That's about the same margin that the St. Thomas More Cavaliers have on Hot Springs. That game, if that seeds hold, will be in Hill City here on Thursday night. And then on the other side of the bracket, obviously the Belle-Fourche Broncs receiving votes in the state here. The number 1 seed have a bye. Either Rapid City Christian or Custer will go to Belle-Fourche on Thursday in the next round.
And this must be Leeds' last game against Custer. They were doubled up 33-66. And
against the Custer Wildcats there.
Yeah, Hill City did defeat St. Thomas More earlier in the year, and I know we still have 16 minutes of basketball, so you don't want to start looking too far ahead, but that game was played without a couple of STM's better players. Is that correct? I think Riley Gilton was out of that game, and
one other player was out too. So St. Thomas More playing some good basketball right now. Obviously, like you said, you don't want to look too far ahead, but a matchup I think the Hill City Rangers would be looking forward to, as well as St. Thomas More looking to try to get some revenge from that early game this year. So Rangers will start the second half with the basketball. Golddiggers are sinking back into their 2-3 zone, which is given the Rangers, I wouldn't say the Rangers' problems, but it's really slowed down, I think, the pace that they would like to play at if they could choose. So
there's that kind of like America's play. We used to call it Ranger. We actually got it from Redfield. The Pheasants used to run that play, and now it's a staple of our offense.
Yeah, and they get a wide open shot there, but Lily Ross can't knock it down, so the Golddiggers will take over possession of the basketball here. The Rangers in their full court man-to-man defense. Wygard is going to be called for the travel. Turn the ball over to the Rangers here.
Yeah, good quick help there by Maggie Taylor. Abby Cutler trying to push Wygard to the baseline.
Keep forgetting it's Wygand, I think.
We apologize. I think it's time for the disclaimer. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, we are not professionals, obviously, and we're not even any good at what we're doing.
We're obviously Hill City people. We try to keep it as neutral as possible. We're not intentionally saying names.
With their on-the-ball defense.
Yeah, a lot of space here in the middle for the Lead-Deadwood zone as Maggie Taylor flashes high post. Not a lot of cutting. That's the other thing. Make the zone move, right? So a lot of standing around. If you're a Hill City fan, you want to cut in there because, again, zone, you're not actually guarding anybody. So flood the zone, screen the zone. Get the ball to the middle.
Nice pass by Wygand over to Matson. Can't get it to go, though. And Anna Dean push the pace for the Rangers. Gets it over to Lena. Nice cut by Maggie Taylor. She can't get the shot to go, but she's going to be fouled on the play by Matson.
Don't like that. Maggie kind of landed funny there with the push in the back by Matson. And great cut there by Maggie Taylor. We just talked about it the last possession. The Rangers don't seem to be cutting off the ball, and there's a hard cut right to the hoop. As Taylor goes to the line. Pretty good free throw shooter for the Rangers, and Maggie now with 14 points. Just a tough matchup when you're long and athletic like Maggie Taylor. Second one is good, so she goes 2 for 2 at the line. And believe it or not, those are the first 2 free throws of the game for the Rangers, which tells you that
they're not getting to the basket that much. So the Rangers steal that basketball and then turn it over to the Golddiggers.
And I guess I'd preface it, they are getting the ball to the hoop, but it's coming through the pass, right? They're not, I haven't seen a lot of dribble drive, attacking the zone that way. It's all moving the ball around the perimeter, which is fine. That's one way to attack the zone. I mean, the Rangers are up 20, so it's hard to argue with that.
Yeah, and the Golddiggers are doing a good job of guarding without not fouling also.
Yes. So Rogers, guarded by Dean, tries for a give and go, no good as Elena Dean gets a steal, and here's that straight line speed we talked about as she brings the ball up the court. The Rangers organize, high post there, ball moves around the perimeter. Good cut there on the weak side by Lily Ross. No good for Maggie Taylor, so nothing doing for the Rangers that possession. The last 2 possessions have been empty.
Yeah, pretty good look, though, by the Rangers. Just couldn't get it to go, and the Golddiggers do a nice job of just limiting the Rangers to 1 shot on that possession. So that ball tipped out of bounds by Anna Dean. Golddiggers will retain possession here. Get the ball into Rogers. She's guarded by Elena Dean. Wygand over to Arts. Arts gets all the way to the basket. Shot's gonna be blocked by Maggie Taylor. And that ball will go off of Arts. It'll turn the ball over to the Rangers. 5:08 here left to play in the 3rd quarter. The Rangers lead the Golddiggers 27-7. Cutler over to Dean. Tries to get it into Taylor. Nice defense there by the Golddiggers, and Lily Ross is going to commit the foul after the steal. It'll be the Rangers' 2nd team foul. Lily Ross is 1st.
And you talk about sureness with the ball, right? That's 3 empty possessions in a row, and it's 2 of the 3 have been turnovers. And, you know, you think back to that Custer game here at home, the Rangers up 14, and in that 4th quarter, you know, a lot of turnovers down the stretch. So even though you're up 20.
You want to value the basketball,
exactly.
Right? Yep.
Let's work on some things, find some positives here. And if I'm Coach Eckert, I'm probably saying, let's stop turning the ball over. At least get a shot every single time down the court, and that's a really good option, is to get the ball to Maggie Taylor.
Yeah, nice move there by Taylor to get right to the rim, and she knocks down that layup. So Wygand brings the ball onto the front court, guarded by Abby Cutler, and Dean's going to steal that ball away. Gets it back to Anna Dean. Anna Dean's layup falls through the hoop. So 31-7 here. The Rangers lead now with 4:14 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Rogers being guarded by Dean.
Yeah, and halfway through the 3rd quarter here, the Diggers have not scored yet. So, I mean, we kind of have the lens of Hill City, right, turning the ball over on offense. If you're Coach Will Maldy, you're probably also saying, hey, girls, we have to take care of the ball as well, at least get a shot every time down the floor. Again, maybe we're focusing the wrong way. Maybe both teams' defense is so good, Josh. That's what it is, right?
Limiting these possessions, making the shots tough.
So Riley Weiss checks in, as does Zoe Alexander for the Rangers. Zoe's going to be running the baseline, and Elena Dean's able to get to that one, a near turnover for the Rangers. Tough pass. You'd like to see a little different angle there. That's tough, but Zoe had good deep position, so good job by the Diggers to force another turnover.
Yeah, and Hansen now brings the ball into the front court, gets it over to Pearson. Pearson guarded by Zoe Alexander. Pass picked up there by Hansen. Good defense by Riley Weiss to knock that one away. There'll be a foul called on the play there. Foul on Pearson.
Yeah, that possession, the Rangers really extending their defensive pressure, getting in the passing lane, made it really, really tough for the Lead-Deadwood Golddiggers. So I retract my previous statements about the offense struggling, because that's not it. It's just really, really good aggressive defense. So there's that straight line entry feed, that high post. As the ball gets moved around. You know, we always would say try to get an angle, right? But the Rangers have had some success trying to go high-low against the zone. It's going to be a jump ball that will be turned over to Lead-Deadwood.
Hansen set to inbound the ball for the Diggers. She gets it into Pearson. Back to Hansen. Hansen's going to be guarded by Abby Cutler.
Pearson on the dribble drive, shot on the way is going to be no good. Rebounded by Riley Weiss. And
Weiss will be fouled on the play there.
yeah, to give kudos again to the Diggers. That shot goes up. Riley Weiss, she's an athlete. She goes up and gets the ball, but there's 3 Golddiggers right there pursuing the ball. Unfortunately, kind of a frustration foul. They reach in and get a foul. The horn buzzes here as Sarah DuBois is going to check in. Now the Rangers only have 4 on the court. Oh, so they run. Yeah, it's like hockey substitution here as Anna Dean checks back into the game. Middle of the floor really wide open right now. And again, just kind of attacking a 2-3 zone fundamental. High post and short corner are the weaknesses of a zone right there. That's a good diagonal pass to the opposite short corner.
Yeah, good cut by Anna Dean. She's thinking, hey, I know I'm coming out of the ball game. I'm going to go get 2 points here quick before I go sit down.
Yeah, so
able to do that.
4 points tonight for Anna Dean, all here in the third quarter. It's 33-7 Rangers. Rangers still pitching a shutout here in the third quarter, and that looks like that'll be a foul on Zoe Alexander, and that's going to be foul number 2 for this quarter on the Rangers.
Now Sarah DuBois is going to check in for Anna Dean. Pearson triggered the ball in for the Diggers. Tries to get it to Rogers, and Elena Dean's able to steal that away. Riley Weiss running the court for the Rangers, can't get it to go. Comes down with the loose ball there. The boy's going to get to the bucket, tries to pass it to Weiss, and just a little bit too much traffic in there, and the Diggers come down with the basketball. Rogers.
Good defense by Dean to get in front of Rogers, and then Zoe's going to pick up her second foul here. Third foul, I think.
Yep, and that was the old pancake slap there, like we call it. Pretty good position, but she just lowered that hand, and it's almost an automatic foul call.
So Rogers, a good free throw shooter, 3 of 4 at the line tonight, make it 4 out of 5, and Rogers gets the first point of the third quarter for the Lead-Deadwood Golddiggers, and Rogers again 4 out of 5 at the line.
Second one also good, so like you said, good free throw shooter, Rogers.
Demi Schreier checks in, and I'm sorry I missed who checked in for the Diggers. I think it was Black checking in. Bertrand is also into the game, so is Hansen. Weigand and Pearson.
Rangers move the ball around the perimeter. Try to get that into Weiss. Tipped but controlled by the Rangers.
Nice play there. Good dribble drive by Cutler. That's one of the few dribble drives we've seen against this zone here. As the ball gets moved around the perimeter and going to be fouled by Pearson.
That'll be the 15th foul of the quarter, so that'll send the I believe that's the 15th foul of the quarter. Guess it's only 4 team fouls. Not sure what's going on here.
Give a shout out to our referees tonight. Robert Lehman over checking with the scores table. Had a couple issues with the scores table. And we got Becca Walters inbounding the ball and Alan Olson out here in the C position. So Sarah DuBois will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple free throws. Sarah, the senior for the Hill City Rangers.
First free throw up and good for Sarah DuBois. Checking in for the Diggers is Matson. He's going to give Bertrand a break here. DuBois' second free throw. Doesn't quite go.
Good rebound by Hansen.
Again, Hansen brings the ball up the court, guarded by Abby Cutler. Gets it over to Wigan. Pearson, guarded by Elena Dean now. Pearson, shot on the way, going to fall short. Rebounded by Wigan. Over to Matson, and that foul is going to be on Riley Weiss. That was the double pancake slap.
That was the most aggressive shot block I've seen in a long time. So Riley, obviously a gifted athlete, and she saw that ball just sitting up there like a softball, went up to go get that thing and draws the foul. So
Matson's first free throw is up and good for the Diggers.
So the Diggers, say what you want, but man, they can stroke it at the free throw line. They are 6 out of 7 at the free throw line right now. Only 2 field goals given up for the Rangers this tonight.
Yeah, second one up and good. 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Really good free throw percentage for the Golddiggers.
So under a minute to go here, 46 seconds left as the Rangers move the ball around the perimeter. Zone going side to side. Sarah DuBois dribbles to the center. There's Elena Dean. Hard drive to the middle, and Riley Weiss just right in the thick of it, and she's going to push the ball out of bounds. Shot clock goes off, so 32.8 left here. Rangers up 34-11.
Wigan brings the ball up the court, guarded by Sarah DuBois. Going to be a foul there on Schreier.
Yeah, good hard dribble drive there and gets a step on Schreier. Schreier had no option and kind of bumps into her and draws the foul. So looks like Black will go to the free throw line.
First free throw, just a little deep.
The announcer's jinx from Josh Dias.
7 for 9. Can't get that one. 70% still as a team.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. 7 out of 10 at the line. The Rangers look to push the ball as we approach 10 seconds left here in the quarter. Who will get the last shot? Cutler takes a look to Riley Weiss. Little inside out action. Nice find to Sarah DuBois. She got too far underneath the hoop. Shot's going to be no good. And that's the way the quarter will end.
Yeah, so after 3, the Hill City Rangers lead the Lead Golddiggers 34-11. Hill City stretched out their lead a little bit, played really solid defense. The only scores came from the free throw line there that quarter. So now the Rangers are just looking to try to bring it home, right? They're trying to have some momentum. You think that they'd be able to hold this lead now, 34-11, and want to try to have some positive energy going into that next game on Thursday if you can get that, right? You want to gather that momentum.
Yeah, you're 100% right. That's exactly what I thought maybe Coach Eckert's saying is, hey, you've got 8 minutes left here in this game. You know, starters, we're going to give you 4 hard minutes. Go out, let's extend this lead to 30. Have some positives to build on for Thursday, and it looks like the Rangers will be facing St. Thomas More. The Cavaliers up 45-17. Again, these graphics are brought to you by Landon Wiley from Wiley & Associates. Awesome job, Landon.
Yeah, and that other game, I thought we were going to see the other game, the Custer Rapid City Christian game that's going on. Well, while we're waiting for that graphic, if you're the Lead Golddiggers, right, you're down 34-11. Could be the last ball game of the year. We always talk about setting those benchmarks. Let's go out and play this fourth quarter, right? Let's go out and play this fourth quarter. Start a new game. So there's that Rapid City Christian score. The Custer Wildcats have kind of clawed back into it. They're down 6 now, 33-27 in the third quarter.
Yeah, finish that thought though. I love that what you're getting ready to say.
Yeah, I mean, you just want to say, okay, it's a new ball game right now. Let's go out and try to win the fourth quarter, right? End our season on a high note. If you're going into your last game, you want to try to have some positives. Try to have something that you can build for next season on.
Yeah, it looks like one senior on the roster. That's Erica Hansen for the Lead-Deadwood Golddiggers. So she'll be playing her, last 8 minutes as a high school basketball player. And the Rangers move the ball around the court, and just kind of this time of year, late in the game, the finality sets in that it's really the last time, you're wearing the jersey on the floor with your teammates. So another missed three for the Rangers. Haven't shot it real well from the perimeter tonight. And again, credit to Lead-Deadwood for keeping the ball on the perimeter and forcing the Rangers into that.
Wigan dribbles the ball. Nice pass over to Matson, and she gets it to go. So right away, if you're the Lead Golddiggers, you're up 2-0 right now in the fourth quarter. You just want to take those small chunks and try to build off of them if you can. Abby Cutler tries to get the ball to Lily Ross. Going to be fouled on the play there by Wigan. So Elena Dean will inbound the basketball for the Rangers.
Rogers checks back into the game right now. Pearson checks in.
Dean to Dean. Into Maggie Taylor, out to Abby Cutler for another three, and she gets that one to go.
There we go, Abby Cutler, downtown bang. 3 points for Abby Cutler. So 37-13, the Rangers lead. 6:45 left in this game from Coach Ginn's Court, Hill City, South Dakota. Thank you again for tuning in. Nice cut there. Just can't quite convert for Black.
Well, volleyball game broke out there for a minute. Golddiggers come down with the basketball.
I will say that the Diggers have had great success with dribble penetration, right? Would you agree with that?
I agree, and I also think they have done a nice job on both board, offensive rebounding and defensive rebound. They've done a nice job of keeping the Rangers off the boards. They have gotten their share of offensive rebounds here to get second chance points. Just can't quite get the ball to go through the hoop.
Yep. Yeah, and I feel like part of the defensive game plan for the Rangers was get up and really get into their grill and pressure, and they've kind of punished the Rangers for that. They've had many dribble drives right to the rim. So first free throw on the way is good for Anna Dean.
Yeah, and Zoe Alexander is going to check into the ball game for Lily Ross. Second free throw, going to be short for Anna Dean. She's going to chase down the long rebound though, and ball comes in to Taylor, back out to Abby Cutler. She'll put up another three-pointer, can't get it to go, and Anna Dean comes down with the basketball again. Dean, nice dribble, one dribble to the left to open herself up and just was able to knock down that 18-foot jumper. So Rangers take a 40-13 lead here with 5:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. Rogers, shot on the way, going to be no good. Rebounded by Madsen.
Another offensive rebound, right?
Yep, and then Rogers is able to knock down the shot. Second chance points there for the Golddiggers. Abby Cutler over to Zoe Alexander. Elena Dean to Maggie Taylor. Back to Anna Dean. Good ball movement by the Rangers. Gets a nice shot in there by Zoe Alexander. She can't get it to go, but gets her offensive rebound. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair here.
Yeah, good hustle there by Zoe Alexander, attacking the rims, able to draw a foul. Maggie Taylor, she just brings so much attention. You saw her slide from the short corner to the deep corner, and it shifted the entire zone towards Maggie Taylor. Zoe's first one is no good.
Lily Ross will check into the ball game, give Elena Dean a break. The Rangers with 5 seniors on the court right now. Shot bounces all around the rim and falls off. Matson comes down with the rebound for the Golddiggers. Pearson brings the ball up the court, guarded by Abby Cutler.
There you go.
Nice hustle by Anna Dean. And that ball is going to be turned over on the dribble. Looks like we've got a hurt player here. I think that's Rogers. She'll get helped off the court. Hopefully she's all right. Olvestad into the game for the Diggers, inbounds it to Pearson. Pearson brings the ball up the court. She's guarded by Cutler. Wygand over to Rogers. Excuse me, Hansen. Bertrand.
4:46 left to go here as Arts checks back into the game.
Diggers inbound the basketball.
Deep three there by Olvestad.
Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Maggie Taylor. Rangers get the ball up the court, and Zoe Alexander will convert the layup for the Rangers.
Yeah, really nice play. The fast break started with Maggie Taylor, hit it ahead to Lily Ross. Unselfish play, throws the ball. Checking into the game now is Jalen Peters. This is kind of what we expected here. That the nice step-through move by Wygand. She came to a jump stop, gave a ball fake, step through, textbook.
Goes to glass and gets that shot to fall.
Good hustle there by Lily Ross. As I was just getting ready to comment, the Rangers really want to be sure with the ball here down the stretch. 3:50 to go. They want a shot every time down the court. They get one. So the Golddiggers will go back the other way. Couple subs waiting to check into the game. Wygand with the ball, guarded by Peters. Zoe Alexander gets up and plays some pressure defense. And Olvestad, dribble drive, shot on the way is off the top of the glass. Stays live. Maggie Taylor off to the races. And she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, so a couple subs checking into the ball game here. We've got Riley Weiss and Kylie Alexander along with.
Yeah, and I think that's a smart move here for Coach Eckert. 3:20 left in the game. This one's in the bag, and take out your two seniors, Maggie Taylor and Lily Ross, who do a bulk of the scoring, and just tell them, good job tonight. Get ready for St. Thomas more. You'd hate to have a late injury, twisted ankle. Things just happen. So good decision there.
Yeah, so Peters over to Alexander. Riley Weiss.
Good seal by Zoe Alexander, and Weiss can't convert, but yeah, that last play, credit goes to Zoe Alexander. If you guys saw that, she got number 14, Wygand, right on her back hip and just sealed her there, and that opened the door for Riley Weiss to dribble drive.
Yeah, so Jalen Peters will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair here. 5 team fouls on the Golddiggers. First shot up and good.
So 8 players for the Rangers have scored tonight.
Second one also good for Jalen Peters.
Under 3 minutes to go left here from Coach Ginn's court. Lead-Deadwood, the 7 seed, taking on Hill City, the 2 seed, and the Diggers are still playing hard. I tell you what, there's a
foul on Arts. No, that's fouls on Zoe Alexander, I guess.
Yep, I misread that. I was going to say it was an offensive foul, but Alexander got a little too handsy there, so inbound to Hansen. Can't quite corral it as Arts gets the ball top of the key. Both teams still playing hard, that's for sure. Abby Cutler going to draw the foul as Rogers with a, Yes, it was a foul on Abby Cutler.
So now checking into the ball game for the Rangers, we have Nia Ginsbaugh, Demi Schreier, and Jessica Meza. Arts guarded by Meza. Pass sails out of bounds, so the Rangers will take over possession here.
Yeah, so the Rangers right now with Schreier, Peters, Alexander, Escalante, and Nia Ginsbaugh into the game.
Pass stolen away almost by Wygand. She steps on the line there, so it'll stay with the Rangers.
Yeah, defensively, Wygand has got her hand on a couple of the different passes. You know, she's still playing hard. She almost gets that one as the Rangers send it in to Alexander. They're still playing hard. They're hustling. Nia Ginsbaugh, deep three is no good. It's going to be corralled by Black.
Again, Hansen brings the ball up the court now, guarded by Alexander. Over to Black. Back to Hansen. Hansen going to travel on the play. 2 minutes left to go here in the ball game. The Rangers lead 44-17. What do you got going on there, Landon, at the Rapid City Christian game?
They just went to a commercial break, but an update at St. Thomas More. They're up 49-27 with 3 minutes left over Hot Springs.
All right, so it's going to be looking like Hill City versus St. Thomas More in the next round. Nice steal there by Wygand.
Yeah, 2 really good defensive plays back to back as Wygand gets the steal, converts the layup on the play before. And into the game now for the Diggers is Olstead.
Olstead inbounds to Hansen. Hansen guarded by Alexander.
Is Gary Dias watching the game, Josh?
Gary Dias is in Cabo right now, so
I doubt probably not just sitting on the beach watching the game.
I think probably, yeah, it might be on the old iPhone or something.
Gary Dias, the distinguished Lead-Deadwood alumni. Nice ball fake there by Hansen as she fakes right, goes left, and gets to the paint and draws a foul with Kylie Alexander. So again, Lead-Deadwood gets to the free throw line.
All right, have a score there from Rapid City Christian now. It looks like it's 40-31 with 7 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. So still a ball game down at Rapid City Christian. First one short for Hansen on the free throw attempt. And the second one's going to be just a little bit deep. Arts comes down with the rebound for the Golddiggers, and she'll be called for the offensive foul there.
Yeah, really good hustle play by Arts. She was just trying to create a little bit of space. You'd like to see her maybe pivot, create space that way instead of lowering the shoulder. But really good job on the rebound. As you guys know, if you've listened to me, giving up an offensive rebound on a free throw is one of my biggest pet peeves. Credit Arts for going after it. Good hustle play there, relentlessly pursuing the basketball. Escalante on the wing, top to Ginsbaugh, to Peters. Alexander. Ginsbaugh takes a look, and that one just rims out. Pretty good look for Ginsbaugh. Escalante's going to get blocked, and the ball's going to be turned over back to Lead-Deadwood. So 44-19, number 4 checks back into the game, and that is going to be Bertrand. Again, here we go, the last 43 seconds of the game, and
Wygand guarded by Jalen Peters.
Just before that, we missed it, but Erica Hansen checked out of the game. She's the only senior for Lead-Deadwood, so she's seeing her last action. You know, the Rangers have, I think, 5 or 6 seniors, really a strong senior class. They'll get a chance to play again on Thursday night and earn a trip to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, for the winner there, so big game for the Hill City Rangers coming up. They've had an opportunity to go to the Sweet 16 a few times in the last few years. Kylie Alexander over to Jalen Peters. Just 15 seconds left to play here in the ball game. Diggers still playing hard. Olvestad going to be stopped on the play by Escalante. The Rangers just hold the basketball, and that'll be the final buzzer. The Rangers win this one 44-19. Last ball game for the Golddiggers on the year. Like you said, they have a young team with only one senior, so a lot of those girls, we'll see them again in the coming years. Hopefully they have something to build on this year. The Rangers obviously are going to be moving on to the second round of the playoffs here, the Region 8 playoffs, where they'll be taking on, looks like, the St. Thomas More Cavaliers on Thursday right here from Coach Ginn's court.
Yeah, good game there for the Rangers. Just took care of business. Nothing fancy. Didn't play really all that well by their standards, but they did just enough. You know, it's hard to win a playoff game.
Yeah, they did enough. Obviously, I think if you're a Hill City Ranger fan and if you're a Hill City Ranger team member or coach, you know you're going to have to play better on Thursday night than they did tonight. But they have the ability to do that. We've seen them. They're a very capable team. If they get rolling, you know, they can play some really good basketball.
Yeah, and to your point, at this time of the season, you're not putting in whole schematic changes. You're just trying to tweak things. Luckily, the Rangers didn't play their best game, but they're little tweaks. I mean, it is not wholesale changes, right? It's finishing around the rim. It's knocking down some shots. It's maybe giving a little bit of a gap on defensive ball pressure. All very fixable things that if they play well, can beat the St. Thomas More Cavaliers.
Yeah, so what do you got for the stats tonight?
All right, so 3 players in the scoring column for Lead-Deadwood, 7 for Rogers. She led the way, and then 6 for Weigard, 6 for Matson. On the flip side, the Rangers, 8 girls in the scoring column. Maggie Taylor, the senior, with 17 points, led the way. Elena Dean and Anna Dean, 7 apiece.
All right, so normally we always give our mythical fake game ball, which we have no authority to give, no
budget.
No, it's not even a real ball.
Yeah.
But we give it out anyway.
And nobody cares,
Nobody really cares. Like we said, most people have turned the video off by now.
Yeah.
If you are listening, for the Lead Golddiggers, I'll go first. I'm going to give my mythical fake game ball to Rogers. I thought she, had a lot of straight line drives to the basket. She controlled she put some pressure on the defense. Elena Dean is a very good defender, and she put some pressure on Elena's defense.
That's a great option. I think Weigand played really, really hard to the finish. Matson was involved with everything, but I'm kind of a softie this time of year. Senior plays her last game. I can give mine to Hanson.
All right.
She gets my game ball.
All right. On the other side, I'll let you go first on the game ball.
Yeah, I think we probably have to go Maggie Taylor, right?
I agree. I'm going to give the fake game ball to Maggie Taylor. Obviously led the team with 17 of the 44 points, almost half their points. She did a lot of damage there right around the rim and was able to control the boards.
Yeah, so if you're a Lead-Deadwood Gold Digger, your season ends 0-21, certainly not the season you wanted. They return everybody except for one senior. So if you're the coach and you're part of the programming, you're saying, hey, let's get in the gym over the summer and let's improve on that, right?
Yep, absolutely. And they have some talent, right? They have some girls that if they choose to do that, I think they can put together a ball team in the next coming years. So.
And if you're Hill City, you're saying, again, it wasn't a perfect game. It wasn't pretty, but
we moved on.
Yep, we survived and advanced, right?
Yep. All right, it looks like Landon has one final update he wants to say here. So we're obviously playing the St. Thomas More Cavaliers. It's a final now, 55-28 over the Hot Springs Bryson. So it's official. On Thursday night, the St. Thomas Cavaliers will come to Hill City to face the Rangers. In that other game, I see Rapid City Christian right now up by 9 points with 3:24 left to play in the fourth quarter over the Custer Wildcats. So if that holds, it'll be Rapid City Christian going to Belle Fourche on Thursday night in the other side of the bracket here. So.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. We hope you tune in on Thursday. I think that's going to be a really good game. What time is it, 6 o'clock here?
6 p.m.
Same time on Thursday, 2 nights from tonight. We'll see you there.
And give a shout out to Landon for these amazing graphics and that sultry voice that he drops on us every once in a while when we least expect it.
Yeah, do the chat, like and subscribe on the YouTube, and we